By this point in your Spanish education, you may have noticed that there are a lot of accent marks, and you might have just tried to memorize all of them. However, there are rules behind them if you would like to try to use the rules to decide whether a word needs an accent or not. So, the following are the accent rules. There are 4 kinds of words as far as accent goes. There are agudas, graves, esdrújulas, and sobreesdrújulas. In order to decide whether the word is aguda, grave, esdrújula, or sobreesdrújula, it depends on where the stress falls in the word. So for each word, for example, the word lápiz, you have to separate it into syllables. Lápiz. There are 2 syllables in that word. The stress in that word falls on the first word, lápiz. So, the stress in this case falls on the penúltima sílaba. There are 4 different ways to count. Aguda words are words that have a stress that falls on the última sílaba. Graves are words that have a accent, that words have the stress that falls on the penúltima sílaba. Esdrújulas in the antepenúltima sílaba. And sobreesdrújulas in the antepenúltima sílaba. The sílaba, the syllable that has the stress in Spanish is known as the sílaba tónica. The syllable with the stress. So, since this word, lápiz, has a stress on the penúltima sílaba, so that makes it a graves, a grave word. Now you have to look at one more rule. Aguda words have have a written accent mark when the word ends with an N, an S, or a vowel. Grave words have a written accent mark when the word does not end with an N, an S, or a vowel. So, based on these rules, whenever we know that the penúltima sílaba is the one that has the stress, that makes it a grave, and looking at this, the word does not end with an N, S, or a vowel, this word does need an accent mark. So, that means the word is lápiz. That's why the word lápiz has an accent mark. For esdrújula words and sobreesdrújula words, it always has an accent mark no matter what. It doesn't matter what it ends with. If the stress falls on the antepenúltima sílaba, there is always an accent mark because that word is an esdrújula. And one more thing that seems really important that I forgot to tell you. These words just mean which syllable is stressed. The última, the last one. The penultimate, the second to the last, the antepenultimate, those are English words, the third to the last, or the fourth to the last syllable. So, for instance, like the word murciélago, it's the word bat, murciélago. I think that's right. Murciélago. Yeah. So, the última sílaba is this one. The penúltima sílaba is that one. This would be the antepenúltima sílaba. And and this one would be the ante-antepenultima sílaba. You do see that there is a syllable left that we have not counted. They do not go back further than 4 syllables though, so there's never going to be an accent mark further back than 4 syllables. So you do separate the syllables, count backwards to see which one is the stressed syllable, and then from there you can follow the rules. If the third or the fourth to the last one is stressed, it is always an accent mark. If the second to the last one is stressed, then you need to look at the end of the word. If it does not end with an N, S, or a vowel, there's an accent mark. If the last syllable of the word is stressed and the word does end with an N, S, or a vowel, then you need an accent mark in that syllable. There is a worksheet on Canvas that has a lot of these examples for you to go over and hopefully will make this a little clearer for you.